Jack Savoretti, very pleased to meet you.
Nice
How are you doing today?
You too. Very good, very good.
Allora, Savoretti, very Italian name.
Italian origins, Genova, my father. English mother, but Italian father, so...
Stuff. Do you draw on your Italian heritage at all in the music?
Yeah, definitely. I draw from Italian music, so not just socially, but also musically. I grew up listening to a lot of Italian music. I think I'm predominantly inspired by Italian music, especially when it comes to the storytelling, what the Italians call cantautore, which is being able to be the songwriter and the singer-songwriter.
Really? Which artists?
The obvious ones are the Battisti, De Gregori, De André, Gregori, Guccini has been a big one that I only discovered recently, actually. But all pretty what we call cantautore, real songwriters as well as artists.
Great stuff. Here we are, we're in King's Cross and Pancras Station, and you're going to play one of the station sessions downstairs in a short while.
In the longest champagne bar in Europe, we've been told.
Very true.
Don't know what that means, but it's long.
We're just missing the champagne, unfortunately.
we don't have champagne, but we're in the bar. So.
But how did you come to play the station sessions?
Well, I did this actually a couple months ago for the first time, and we've got a new album coming out, I believe in May, 27th of May, I think it is. And so we're sort of back on the circuit, and they were kind enough to ask us to come and do the festival, which seems to be happening all just before the summer, so it's the perfect time to come and do something like this.
Definitely. I think I first saw you in Fop Records in Tottenham Court Road a few years ago,
And they don't exist anymore, do they?
No. In fact,
Flop Record.
There's only one left in Leicester Square. Covent Garden they call it, but it's near Leicester Square.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a very intimate and fantastic performance, and obviously I think the Dreamers were second single that you were playing at the time. Will will you play in that single? Is that still part of your set?
No, I mean it is. Not today. It is when we do shows. It's definitely part of the set. Today we're trying to because we're going on tour in a month. This is a great opportunity to just play people new stuff. Yeah. So it's kind of like introducing new stuff to old fans and just introducing myself to new people as who we are today. The old stuff still comes up live, but not today. I think we're just going to stick with new stuff.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a good way to go. Sounds brilliant.
Cheers.
So Before the Storm, was it? I know you were mastering it at Abbey Road Studios.
Yeah.
Where was it actually recorded?
We recorded it at a studio in Kensington. Kensington Studios, which is just sort of off Portobello Road, at a guy called Martin Tarif's in his studio with a bunch of producers called the Suppliers, which are basically all his in-house Danish mafia, I like to call them. And they're just three amazingly talented musicians and producers, and I've worked with them for the last couple of years on different stuff, different shows, different recordings, and I just they were my dream team, and I was lucky enough to sort of be able to get everybody I wanted together, and we locked ourselves in the studio for 5 days and got it done.
Great stuff. That was very quick. What direction is Before the Storm going to take us on?
Well, I don't know, because I feel like it's my direction. I know that sounds a bit whatever. I don't feel like with all the other albums I've been very much sort of soul searching and sound searching. This album I feel like it's sort of home, sweet home kind of vibe, and I think there's a lot of influences from different styles of music, but I don't think it falls into a category. It's not a country record, it's not a folk record. It's just my record, and I think there's a bit of country, a bit of folk, a bit of everything, I hope. Yeah.
What about lyrically? Which sort of avenues are you exploring?
Lyrically, I kind of discovered a bit of an alter ego, I think, through it, because, everything I was writing about before was trying to see the world in a better place, whereas now, on a personal level, I kind of got to get my stuff together a little bit more and sort of make that a better place, so I needed a bit of an outlet. Somewhere where I could screw up, and it seems that in my songs, if I screw up, nobody gets hurt. So that's kind of where I'm screwing up these days in my songs.
I know, it doesn't sound like it. But what about the album title, Before the Storm? Does that signify anything? Why that title?
Yeah, I mean, album titles are always really hard, and every album title I've come up with is kind of, everybody sort of tries to give you ideas, and you go to the song titles. And Before the Storm, this song actually was the last song written for the album. It was one of those kind of finished 10 minutes before we were in the studio, and we just thought, let's get this on the record. And it just, first of all, it was one of those songs I've always wanted to write, and it just feels appropriate. That it does feel like that calm before the storm. It has felt like that for a while. So I definitely feel like I can actually see the storm now, whereas before I've always felt like I keep hearing about it I keep being told where the storm is going and where it's coming. But this is the first time I actually feel like, this is in life in general, nothing to do with music. And for the first time I feel like I can see where the storm is. So I feel a bit more prepared.
You know, you got an umbrella? You're looking forward to entering?
I know I like storms, so I won't be hiding. I won't be running from it, but at least I can see it.
Nice. And I mean, you've been described as many things. I mean, the new Bob Dylan's one of them. Is that, when you get comparison like that, is it a good thing? Is it?
No, I mean it's amazing, but it's not true. So it's just somebody who saw a guy with a guitar and didn't know, probably didn't even listen to the music, but knew Bob Dylan, and it's wonderful. And it would be flattering if I heard it from the voice of Bob Dylan. But true. I sound nothing like Bob Dylan. So,
what would you describe yourself as?
I don't know. Somebody the other day on a radio station said we sounded like continental folkabilly, which I thought was first time I'd ever heard it, so I liked it. No, it's so nice to be given a name that you haven't heard. I don't know. To me, this is my music, so it's like asking somebody, what style have you done your house in? I don't know. It's my house. It's, you know, that's kind of how it feels. So I let others, you know, I like to sort of put everybody else in a box. I don't like anybody to put me in a box.
Sure. What other artists inspire you, say, the British, American, or non-Italian, should we say?
Well, these days there are so many amazing artists coming out of England. I mean, Michael Kiwanuka, Ben Howard's coming out. There are so many different types of writers that are coming out. And it's nice because it feels like this is what people want again. But not only what people want, but people are actually getting a chance to find out about this kind of music. I think the sort of saturated, prefabricated, packaged sound, people aren't silly anymore. There's too much information for people to use that as an excuse. So I think for an industry it's changing because people are doing their homework, and it's not hard to find good music anymore. It used to be really hard. You used to have to really be, you know, passionate about it. Now, you know, you find your 10-year-old's computers left open and suddenly you're seeing all this amazing music, or even your parents are introducing you to music that before they probably couldn't have access to. Now, you know, one click of YouTube and you've got footage from some of the greatest festivals in history there, the click of a button. So people, you know, can find music easy.
Well, is there some sort of Jack Savoretti master plan?
No, not that I'm aware of. I hope everybody around me has a master plan. My master plan is to just keep writing, keep singing. Yeah.
Are you playing any festivals this year?
Yeah, we are. I mean, I only know a few that are confirmed, but there's a few whispers in and out of.
Yeah. Well, which ones can you say confirmed then?
Well, we're definitely doing the Great Escape.
Oh yeah, great stuff.
Definitely doing Wilderness. Hopefully doing Isle of Wight, and then many more that I can't really.
Yeah, no. I think the first time I saw you was not the first time, just after the pop thing was at Glastonbury, quite late. Have you played Glastonbury?
No, unfortunately
no. Because I was thinking it was either you.
No. It was somebody else. It was another new Bob Dylan.
2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, we're playing Blue Balls, which is a great festival in Lucerne. Fortunate name, man.
But
I was going to say we've all been there. I've never been to the festival. That's what I'm talking about.
But if for somebody music news watchers that haven't heard you before, what 3 songs would you choose for them to listen to first that would sum
of mine?
Jack Savoretti?
Well, I think Knock Knock, which is out right now, is definitely something I really want people to hear that and associate me with that, because that's what I like to do. Yeah. That is the kind of stuff I like to write. When I get rid of all the other nonsense that comes with sometimes being in this kind of musical world, Knock Knock is what I love. I have another song called Take Me Home, which I think captures another part of my schizophrenic personality. And then Before the Storm. Before the Storm was really the song I always wanted to write. It's very simple. It's 4 chords. But you know, it's not easy to write a simple song, 4 chords, and actually be happy with it.
Great stuff. And thank you very much for your time. Is there anything else you'd like to say to Music News watchers?
No. Ciao. Thank you for watching. Keep tuning in.
But thanks a lot. Looking forward to the Rush Hour performance.
Cheers. Thank you very much.